It was Kunlei's first day at work as a driver to one of the richest families in his city, the Okonjo family. He could not believe he was picked amongst 500 candidates that were shortlisted for interview. All the applicants that came for the interview even had to create a WhatsApp group to know who will be chosen for the highest paying chore or job they have ever seen. So, I will be working for a former senator and earning 1 million a month just to drive one spoiled brat around town at night, Kunle thought, and immediately exited the WhatsApp group. They all tried to call him when they saw the amount Kunle posted on the group that he will be paid, but he blocked them one by one. "I don't need poor people like you guys around me anymore," Kunle said as he deleted all their numbers one by one. He was told to resume by 7 hours p.m. daily. When he got to the Okonjo family mansion, Kunle proudly walked into their home and was welcomed by an old man dressed in a suit. Within some minutes, Kunle was served the best meal of his life. He was just smiling while he ate to his fill. He thought of how he had spent his last 1K a few hours ago, and how he was suddenly where he will be made a millionaire in a few weeks, and smiled. "He is ready," the man who was dressed in a suit said with his head bowed. "Bring him here," Madame Azine said, without turning to look at the old man. The old man walked downstairs slowly until he got to where Kunle was sitting and smiling with a toothpick in his mouth. "Follow me," the man said without waiting for Kunle to hear him. Well, Kunle jumped from the comfortable couch he was sitting on and followed the man. "Sit," Madame Azine said to Kunle once he stepped into the room that was painted red. "You will drive my son from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. You are to drive him anywhere he wants to go. But before you begin tonight, here are the do's and don'ts of this job." Kunle smiled while thinking, what could be hard in just driving your brat of a son? He was still thinking and smiling when he heard, "Take this cup and drink what is inside it," Madame Azine said while stretching her hands forward with a cup in her hand. Kunle looked at her in shock, trying to understand what was going on. But the thought of earning 1 million made it easier for him to decide. Poverty or enjoyment, Kunle thought, and quickly took the cup from her. He drank the content, which was strangely sweet. "Now we can talk." Madame Azine turned and looked Kunle straight in the eyes and said, "You just took an oath to keep everything you will be told here, or see while working for us, a secret. If you ever open your mouth to talk, whatever you see, you take," Madame Azine said in a stern voice. "Will I be paid at the end of the month?" Kunle asked, still wondering what his business with secrets was. Madame Azine ignored him and continued, "Whenever my son enters the car, do not look back or talk to him until you bring him home. Don't ever try to see him in the mirror," Madame Azine said in a loud voice. "Take this," Madame Azine said while handing over a cloth sealed in a neat nylon. "You must wear this any time you want to drive my son. Lastly, whenever you get back, meet Pa Bamidel, the old man you saw earlier. He will give you something to drink. Don't ever leave without drinking what Bamidel will give you." Madame Azine finished talking and waved her hand for Kunle to leave. For the first time, Kunle got a little scared and started thinking of leaving the work. But before he got downstairs, an alert entered his phone. N500K. He jumped in joy. "This is a welcome package. Your salary will still be paid at the end of the month," the message read. Kunle could not stay still. He had never had more than N10K in his account for more than a day. "How is this real?" he thought, and danced again. Bamidel led him to a room where he would stay and wait until it was 12 a.m. "Young man, Madam's son doesn't like waiting, so you will be in the car seated by 11:30 p.m. Bamidel said, and walked out. Kunle put an alarm on his phone while he laid his head on the bed. At 11 p.m., Kunle got up and wore his uniform. He quickly removed it as the uniform was burning his skin. "What is this?" he asked himself while he removed it and threw it on the floor. He wanted to open the door and come out, but noticed that the door was locked. He wasn't told that the door would only be open when it was 11 p.m. "Oh my God!" He started panicking. "How am I going to wear a cloth that is this hot?" He rushed into the toilet and soaked it in water. "I will rather wear a wet cloth than a hot one," he said, while soaking the cloth into a bucket full of water. But once he brought the cloth out, the water dried up and the cloth became instantly hot again. "I can't do this job. What is happening to me?" he said and started sweating. He glanced at the watch and it was 11:25 p.m. "I will manage just for this night so that they won't take this N500K away. But after this night, I am done," Kunle said, while he bravely put the cloth on. He managed to come out while sweating profusely. He sat inside the car as he felt his skin burning. Once it was 12 a.m., he felt the car sinking heavily, as if someone with too much weight just sat down. "Drive!" a voice said in a hoarse tone, but Kunle forgot all the lectures he was given a while ago about not turning to look and turned. He saw something he had never seen before and screamed. Kunle saw something that looked like a man, but without a head. He passed out and woke in a very dark place. Moral of the story: not every door that opens is a blessing. Some are tests disguised as opportunities. Ben's hunger for quick wealth led him into the very darkness he thought he had escaped. In life, when something seems too good to be true, it often comes with a price too heavy to bear. Patience, contentment, and wisdom are greater treasures than money that blinds the soul. Don't forget, subscribe button and like, share, and join my channel.